The Amazon's 10 biggest secrets. The Amazon Rainforest. We think we know it, right? A huge green jungle teeming with animals. But what if I told you the reality is far stranger and more mysterious than you could ever imagine? This isn't just a forest. It's a hidden world, with secrets that challenge everything we think we know about history, nature, and even our own future. The Amazon is a colossal green ocean, roughly twice the size of India, holding an incredible amount of life. It's estimated that about 10% of all the species we know of on Earth live here. But the biggest secrets aren't just the animals you can see, they're the truths hiding under this dense canopy. In this video, we're counting down the 10 biggest secrets of the Amazon that sound almost too crazy to be true. We're talking about rivers that boil, ancient cities lost for thousands of years, and a silent threat that could change our world forever. So get ready, because the Amazon you thought you knew is about to disappear. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 1. Section 10. A forest that makes its own rain. Kicking things off at number 10 is something that sounds like it's straight out of a movie. The Amazon is a forest that literally creates its own weather. You heard me right. This isn't just some passive jungle that gets rained on. It's an active player in its own survival. It's all thanks to a process called transpiration. Billions of trees act like giant straws, sucking incredible amounts of water from the ground and breathing it out as vapor through their leaves. This forms a massive blanket of moisture that rises, creates clouds, and then falls back down as rain, keeping the whole ecosystem going in a constant, self-watering loop. It's an amazing, self-sustaining system. But this secret comes with a serious warning. As we cut down more and more trees, this cycle gets weaker. Fewer trees mean less water vapor, which means less rain, longer droughts, and hotter temperatures. It's a dangerous feedback loop that threatens to unravel the entire rainforest. Section 9. The lungs of the earth. Myth. At number 9, we need to bust a myth you've probably heard your whole life. For decades, we've called the Amazon the lungs of the earth, claiming it produces 20% of the world's oxygen. And while the forest does produce a massive amount of oxygen, the secret is, it uses almost all of it itself. Think of it like a perfectly balanced system. The trillions of microbes and fungi that decompose all the dead leaves and organic matter on the forest floor consume nearly as much oxygen as the trees produce. So, while lungs of the earth is a powerful image, it's not quite right. The Amazon's real superpower is its role as a massive climate regulator. It's less like a lung and more like a giant air conditioner and a massive carbon sponge, absorbing huge amounts of CO2 from our atmosphere. The Amazon stores a staggering amount of carbon, and its health has a direct impact on the world's climate. Losing the Amazon isn't about suffocating. It's about detonating a carbon bomb that would dramatically accelerate climate change. Section 8. The river is wider than a country. Number 8. On our list is a secret about scale that's just hard to wrap your head around. We all know the Amazon River is long, but its true size is its hidden power. During the wet season, the river swells to an unbelievable width. In some places, it can be more than 40 or 50 kilometers wide. That's wider than some entire countries. This incredible seasonal flood turns the Amazon into a flooded forest, a surreal world where fish literally swim among the treetops and life has to adapt in extraordinary ways. The river is so massive that it's often called the River Sea. It's the largest river in the world by pure volume, pouring more water into the Atlantic Ocean than the next 7 largest rivers combined. It's responsible for about 15 to 20% of all the fresh water that enters the world's oceans. This isn't just a river, it's a force of nature that shapes a continent. Section 7. A universe of life in a single bush. Coming in at number 7 is a secret that reveals just how dense life is here. The Amazon is home to an estimated 10% of all known species on the planet. But that number doesn't capture how wild the biodiversity really is. We're talking about a place where scientists are constantly finding new species. And get this, a single bush in the Amazon can host more species of ants than all of the British Isles combined. Let that sink in. Not a forest, not a park, one single bush. There are an estimated 16,000 different kinds of trees, 3,000 species of fish, 1,300 bird species, and millions of insect species we haven't even discovered yet. This isn't just a collection of animals. It's a living library of evolution, a place where life has exploded into a dizzying number of forms, most of which are still a total mystery. Section 6. The discovery of lost civilizations. For centuries, most of the world thought the Amazon was a wild, untouched jungle, home only to small, nomadic tribes. But secret number 6 completely shatters that idea. Hidden under the dense green canopy are the ruins of vast ancient cities. Using amazing laser scanning technology called LiDAR, archaeologists have been able to digitally remove the forest and see what's underneath. And they found an astonishing truth. Complex urban societies thrived here over 2,000 years ago. In Ecuador, they uncovered a network of cities linked by roads stretching for miles, complete with large plazas and ceremonial mounds. These weren't tiny villages. They were organized settlements that may have been home to tens of thousands of people and lasted for 1,000 years. This discovery is rewriting the history of the Americas, proving the Amazon wasn't some empty wilderness, but a heavily populated and managed landscape that we're only just beginning to understand. Section 5. The people who have never seen our world. Secret number 5 is one of the most incredible and delicate truths of the Amazon. It's still home to uncontacted tribes, people living in voluntary isolation from the modern world. Brazil's government estimates there could be over 100 of these isolated groups deep in the rainforest. These communities aren't lost or primitive. They are people who know the outside world exists and have deliberately chosen to avoid it, often because of violent and disease-ridden encounters in the past. We only get rare glimpses of them through things like aerial footage or chance encounters. Protecting these groups is a huge ethical challenge. Their homes are constantly under threat from illegal logging, mining, and other dangers, which forces them to live on the run. Their existence is a secret the Amazon is desperately trying to keep, a living link to a way of life that has nearly vanished from our planet. Section 4. The real-life river monsters. Now for a secret that might just make your skin crawl. The Amazon is home to some of the planet's most formidable and bizarre creatures, animals that seem like they were dreamed up for a horror movie. Sure, you have the famous ones like the anaconda, the world's heaviest snake, which can take down prey as big as a jaguar, but the secrets in the water get much stranger. You have the pirarucu, an air-breathing fish that can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh over 400 pounds. There's the mata-mata turtle, which looks exactly like a pile of rotting leaves and uses its long, snorkel-like neck to ambush prey. And of course, there's the infamous candiru, a tiny parasitic catfish with a nasty reputation for allegedly swimming up the human urethra. While that story is mostly legend and not well documented, its reputation alone makes it one of the most feared creatures in the Amazon. These aren't just animals, they are masters of survival in a brutal environment. Section 3. The man-made secret to a fertile paradise. For a long time, scientists were baffled by something they found in the Amazon. The soil in the rainforest is famously thin and lacks nutrients, but in some areas, there are patches of incredibly rich black earth. This is secret number 3, Terra Preta, or black earth in Portuguese. The secret is that this soil isn't natural, it's man-made. Thousands of years ago, ancient Amazonian civilizations created this super soil by mixing charcoal, bones, pottery shards, and other waste into the ground. This process didn't just fertilize the soil for one season. It created a self-sustaining system that stays fertile for centuries. These ancient people weren't just simple farmers. They were brilliant agricultural engineers who reshaped their environment on a massive scale. Terra Preta is proof that indigenous peoples didn't just live in the Amazon. They actively shaped it, creating a more productive and resilient home. Today, scientists are studying this ancient technology, hoping it could hold the key to more sustainable farming around the world. Section 2. The silent killer of the forest. At the number 2 spot is a secret that's happening right now, silently and almost invisibly. The Amazon is drying out. Recent studies have delivered a chilling verdict. widespread deforestation is causing a sharp drop in the rainfall that the forest depends on, especially in the dry season. As trees are cut down, the forest loses its ability to generate its own rain. This is creating a terrifying feedback loop. Less rain means a hotter, drier forest, which makes it far more vulnerable to fires. And recent years have been devastating, with 2024 seeing record-breaking fire impacts across Brazil and Bolivia. The dry seasons are getting longer, and temperatures are rising, pushing the forest to its absolute limit. This isn't some far-off threat. It's a process of biome destabilization, where the very systems that have kept the forest alive for millions of years are starting to break down. Section 1. The tipping point. And the number one biggest secret of the Amazon is also the most terrifying. The rainforest is getting dangerously close to a catastrophic tipping point. This isn't just about losing some trees. It's about the risk of a complete and irreversible collapse of the entire ecosystem. Scientists warn that due to the combination of deforestation, climate change, and fires, large parts of the Amazon could cross this threshold by the year 2050. If that happens, huge swaths of lush rainforest could permanently transform into a dry, savanna-like landscape. The consequences would be global. Billions of tons of stored carbon would be released into the atmosphere, massively accelerating climate change. Weather patterns across the Americas would be thrown into chaos. It's a point of no return. We have already cleared over 15% of the forest and degraded another 17%, putting us right on the edge of what many scientists consider a safe boundary. The biggest secret is that we are far closer to losing the Amazon forever than most people realize. This isn't just a possibility, it's the trajectory we are on right now. The secrets of the Amazon are really a warning. The fate of this incredible world is hanging in the balance, and what we do in the next few years will decide its future. If you were shocked by any of these secrets, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into our planet's mysteries, and please share this video to help get the word out. From lost cities to a forest that makes its own rain, the Amazon is so much more than just a jungle. It's a library of ancient wisdom, a hotbed of life, and a critical regulator of our planet's health. Its secrets teach us about the genius of past civilizations and the fragile web that connects all life. The most important question isn't, what other mysteries does the Amazon hold? But what will we do to save them before they're gone forever? Let us know in the comments which secret blew your mind the most. Thanks for watching.